Hello. I thought I'd go live. You guys haven't seen me for a while. I was struggling with COVID and some of the COVID issues afterwards, unfortunately. So my voice sounds hoarse. It's due to that. I just want to thank everyone for your prayers. I have made it through tragedy after tragedy. So I really appreciate your prayers and thank you guys. I wasn't able to say that before, but I'm able to say it now. So thank you for all the prayers because it kept me going. I do want to say that a few things. I know I missed some pretty big events, but I was in a coma during those events. So, especially with the marches and the protesting and things of that nature, I think it's about time that the protesting started. But I also think it's important that we move forward to change laws that will benefit the Black community and the Latino community. It's important. We've got to make changes across the board, and protesting only will not do that. So, there are a lot of people across the board who work to make changes. Just because they don't protest doesn't mean that they're not out working behind the scenes to actually get laws changed. And I did hear this morning that Trump wants to boycott on Twitter Goodyear, which is an American-made company. So I really don't get what his issue is, because they wore a hat or something that said against MAGA one person. He's delusional. You cannot. Goodyear has a lot of people, good jobs. I mean, it's just ridiculous to say something like that. He can boycott it because he has trillions upon trillions of dollars here and overseas. So, he's going to make money regardless. If he's waiting on an apology, I think they gave him sort of kind of one, and I'm not even sure why. So, with this video, you might not see my face, but you'll know who I am. I just think it's obvious that it's ridiculous that you have to be in America and the history of America is still going. Like, when he said, I'm held up in the White House, but if people get rowdy, I will send dogs. And I will also send dogs and I will send hoses. And that is such an insult to say something like that. Granted, I didn't get a chance to speak because, again, I was in a coma. So this may seem late to you. And, for the officers that did what they did, that's horrendous and disgusting and disgraceful. And I'm sure they'll be convicted. If not, they'll probably be held to pay in those countries and nationwide. I don't promote at all anyone looting because that doesn't help our situation. Now, I will say that I do promote, changing laws. In order to change laws, there is going to be things that we have to do. We have to visit these congressmen that got elected in. We have to, visit these senators. We have to make sure our voices are heard. And a lot of what they do to make sure that our voices are heard is boycotting. That is the right deal, boycotting. He wants to boycott stuff. How about we boycott all of his businesses? He probably wouldn't care. He's so super rich. I mean, he has a gold toilet after all, But at some point in time, you're going to have to vote like your life depended on it, because your lives do depend on it. We need change. We need to bring people back together. I should be able to sit next to you and me without you calling the police. My son should be able to come home and I not worry because they're out there working or whatever they might be doing. And I just, it's a scary time right now. It's really getting scary again. And that's unfortunate. When I heard about those two people in Georgia who were hanging from a tree and they said, oh, it's probably suicide. Come on, guys. We know why they were hanging, and it's just disgraceful. I mean, it's just disgraceful. We have really moved into a way that needs to be broken. One thing, though, that Trump does is he makes speeches. He makes speeches, excuse me, so that you can look at that versus looking at real issues. I mean, he's gotten so many judges, even before it reaches the Supreme Court, your issue, that he can block a lot of things. So we've got a long way to go. He's got judges that don't even believe in the Constitution that he approved. And we're talking a lot. We're not just talking about a few, we're talking a lot of judges. So, you want to change, you're going to have to do more than just sit on your butt. You're going to have to get up and vote. If you can vote early, my guess is vote early. If you have a grandparent, take them now. Take them early to vote. If your state allows you to vote early, go vote. The lines will be a little shorter. Grandma won't have to stand as long. Borrow a wheelchair. These are the things that our grandparents and great grandparents stood in line for hours upon hours just to vote. Their vote matters, and so does yours. If you don't vote, you're voting for Trump. Period, point blank. So please vote. Take the time to vote. If it's because of COVID, vote. If it's because you think hate has improved and the person in the White House has stood by and let it happen, vote. If you feel like everyone is not wanting equality, vote. If you feel like Republicans are letting things go that shouldn't go, vote. If you feel like the economy is just ridiculous, vote. If you feel like the way COVID was handled, vote. If you don't like something, the way to change it is to vote. Change laws, not looting, change laws. We must work together to change these laws. If you protest, so be it. I'm all about protesting. But please support us, the people that actually do the work behind the scene. And how you do that is vote. Vote, vote, vote. Go to your senator, go to your congressman, go to your city person, go wherever there's an elected official and let them know what you think, how you think, and what needs to happen. People with preconditions, another year with Trump, you will not have insurance probably. Okay? Let's keep it 100. Your Social Security checks will be cut. Okay? We're entering a dangerous, dangerous time. Hate crimes at an all-time high, although we never discuss it. I've never seen Trump come out and discuss it, which kind of really angers me because I feel like he should discuss it. Don't sit back and just say, oh, we're going to bring dogs and water hoses to people who get out of line. No, come on, Trump. You know what you've got to do. Do it. Do your job. Do your job. Stop being a bully. And that's what you're doing. You're bullying Goodyear. And we don't like it. That song you sang for the church, you'll wear the mask for you. How about you wear the mask for you? There's so many of you that have gone to jail, cheating. The scandals are just as bad. They're worse. The scandals are worse in the Republican Party. So don't act like, you guys have all the right answers. Vote Democrat. The governors, Republican, they didn't get the help they needed. Come on, vote Democrat. If you're going to vote Democrat, vote Democrat. If you're going to vote Republican, there's nothing we can do. Vote. Your vote matters. This year is the most important time to vote. We need him out. Trump has been a thorn since day one, and it is getting worse. He has never talked openly about what he's going to do for equality for women. How do men make calls on what women should do with their bodies? How is that? There wasn't one woman in the room. It's not right. We have to make changes. Women deserve equal pay. Equality should be given. You shouldn't be able to tell someone they can't live next to you because they're a gay family. If they can afford the rent and pay it, they have every right to live next door to you. They're not bothering you. So there's a lot to think about. And I just want to stop there, but I will return. Thanks. Peace.